Brad Washa, Operations Section Chief on the Lost Horse Creek Fire with the daily update for the 12th of August. Today's fire is at roughly 9,500 acres in size. We are making some minor adjustments. During our tenure on the fire, we have seen an increase in precip. Some of our stations have received up to 3/4 of an inch of rain. So that's making us adjust our strategies a little bit. And we're also moving in different parts of the fire. So a couple things that we're doing today is we will no longer have a dedicated structure group in place. The structure protection measures are still in place, and they're there in case the fire behavior becomes more active or things change, but we will not have a structure group in place as we have in the past. And part of that is we're showing containment on that part of the fire line that is immediately adjacent to the Hayfork subdivision or Haystack subdivision. We are still planning on going ahead with our plans to do a mastication fuels treatment out beyond or along the Haystack area. And we did have a meeting yesterday with Alaska Department of Forestry and Fire Protection, and their desire is to have that in place. Not necessarily that we'll need it for this fire, but maybe next year or the following year and have that in place. But if for some reason things become hot and dry over the next few weeks and the fire becomes more active and threatens that area, we'll have that in place. A lot of our focus is moving more towards the southwest part of the fire. And in Division Juliet, we're continuing to work on putting a direct line throughout that whole division, along with the indirect line they already have in place. That direct line is immediately along the fire's perimeter. One thing we're running into, there is a little bit of permafrost in that area, and we don't want our suppression actions to have more of a detrimental effect than the fire itself, which is a natural process. So we are taking some measures in there, putting hand line in instead of putting dozer line in some places, but we do plan on connecting that over the next few days. Our next area of focus is what to do with this southwest corner. We did put some aerial resources on there yesterday, so we had some air tankers doing water drops in this area, kind of keeping it in check. And a major part of our strategic operations meeting yesterday with the agency administrators from the BLM and Alaska Department of Forestry and Fire Protection were what are some of our options and alternatives here. So we looked at, should we go direct? And we are getting some additional crews in, so we may have some options to go direct on this. We want to finish up this fuels break that goes around the Alaska Native allotment that's here. And that was originally planned before the fire, and there was some remnants of an old fuel break in there. So putting that in. Then also looking at concerns along the Elliott Highway. There are some structures once you get further out, and what can we do along with that? And also concern with if fire did come into this area because of the slopes, it could have potential of needing to shut down the Elliott Highway, which we don't want to do. So with that, we are looking at putting in another indirect line with, again, those masticators that just chip up the material. It's going along a ridge line that already has some existing trails in it, so trying to use those existing trails and natural features to put that in. So again, kind of futuring out what happens if we go from the precipitation we've had the last few days into more of a hotter and drier trend and the fire becomes more active. So that's kind of what we're looking at today. We still have that Fire 271 that we still have a crew on and some resources, but they're starting to wind down that activity too. So that concludes today's update.